Hey everyone, Mac is back. Today we're going to go over the dragon skills that are related to the female setup in Layla, the weakness attack setup with Jamie, and the overall troop attack with Sonara. So let's get to it. So there are three specific dragon skills that will help your female setup if you're going to go that route. And those three are going to be, first of all is the Dragon Assist skill, and that is when allied dragons launch an attack or trigger a follow-up attack, there's a 40% chance to perform an assist with healing coefficient of 12% for the allied lineup with the highest proportion of losses. So essentially, the reason this is good is because if you have Daenerys in your lineup, she could trigger that dragon at the very beginning of the battle. Well, she will trigger it, which will give you an opportunity to trigger this Dragon Assist skill as well. So it's very nice to be able to have that to go along with Dany in the lineup also. The next one we're going to look at here is the Dragon Strong Assault. So if you look down there, it says if a dragon with skills participates in battle, it increases the damage dealt by your commander's army active skill by 20% and can stack up to 50% in rallies. So that's what we're looking for in the female setup. We're looking for those army active skills. So this one is very good for that. Also on top of that, the total attack is actually 12% when it's maxed. And actually going back here, looking at the Dragon Assist skill, the enemy total attack reduction is 12%. Very, very good skills to have just for their the 12% of attack reduction in total attack. The very last one I want to talk about is the Dragon Follow-Up skill, and it is during battle. Every time your commander uses their active army skill, there will be a 20% chance to trigger a follow-up attack by the dragon with a damage coefficient of 180% to the commander's target one time. And this follow-up damage rallies can stack up to 500%, which is pretty massive. So this is another one with the triggering your dragon and then having those active army skills. So that's pretty nice to be able for that to be able to happen. So they'll obviously more Salma hitting off, and then Layla and all that. Very good. This also has total attack in there as well. At the other skills, dragon skills down here below, they can relate to pretty much any lineup that you want them to. It really just depends on how you have your dragon set up. The reinforcement skill is probably the best skill in the game, just because adding 60,000 troops, free troops to your line, and if they die, it doesn't matter, is really, really good. The reroute skill has also been a very good one, just to take the certain troops, number of troops away from the battlefield, and in doing so, actually weakening the lineup of your opponent. So that's the skill for that one. And now for the weakness attack, which is related to Jamie and his special skill. Looking here again, back at the assist, the Dragon Assist skill, and when allied dragons launch an attack, or trigger a follow-up, there's a 40% chance of assist and healing coefficient. Now this doesn't directly relate to the weakness attack, but however, the other skills over here are going to benefit from that. So like for instance here, for every 10 weakness attacks triggered by allied troops, there is a 60% chance of summoning an allied dragon to launch one render attack with damage coefficient 180%. So and this triggers up to 10 times. So this is pretty good as well. You're getting enemy total attack reduction, but whenever that dragon gets triggered, that Dragon Assist skill is where that comes into play, because whenever it launches attack, there's a chance for that follow-up. So it's very nice for the Dragon Assist. And then finally, there is the Dragon Weakness skill. And this one, for every 10 weakness attacks initiated by allied lineups, the current target's lineup's health will be reduced by 15%, and that can be up to 60% in rallies. Actually, just reduction is up to 60%, so no more than 60 regardless of how many dragons you have in there with this skill. And also this one gives an enemy total attack reduction of 12%, so that's very good as well. So those are the three skills you're going to want there. The assist skill, the dragon weakness, and the dragon, I believe it's tear skill. Looking at the picture, it's not tier, it's tear, dragon tear skill. So that's a good one there. And finally, with the Sonara base lineup, which is the troop attack, if you look here at the Dragon Flame skill, you can see here that for every 10 additional attacks triggered by allied troops, there's a 40% chance of summoning an allied dragons to launch one flame attack with a damage coefficient of 180%. We've seen that before. The other two lineups had the same thing with 180%. This same thing triggers up to 10 times same thing as the weakness attack. Then it says the additional attack there, the special attack effects of Sonara and Kravras, War Soul Awakening skills. So that's basically telling you which commanders to use. So you can use it in a bow lineup too if you want to with Kravras, because it'll be good to trigger there as well. And also at the top you can see the enemy total attack reduction, which is pretty good too. So, and this directly rates, or say indirectly relates to the assist skill again, because once that dragon launches an attack, then of course you're going to get that a chance for another follow-up there for more more healing coefficient, which would be nice as well. So this actually works out pretty well. I like these skills overall that they've added here. I'm sure they're going to add more, because the Sonara one only has really 2 that I can see that really relate to it when it comes to the troop attack, where the weakness and the female with the active army skills have 3 that will directly relate. But also these other skills here, you can have any one of these would directly relate to all the lineups. It really doesn't matter, when you're looking at it. So I hope this gave you a pretty good idea of what you need to do and what dragon skills that you're going to want based on your lineup here. Best thing I can tell you is to save up. Looking at here, if you want the cheapest route to go for 50 and get those automatic 30 ancient army skills or army fragments, and then save up to the 300 and then buy your buy it from the shop there, and you're good to go. And hopefully you'll be able to get lucky enough to get some of these other ones when you're spinning this wheel here as well. I am not that lucky. I've only got maybe the 21 time and the 5s just occasionally, because it seems very hard to do. If you do want to spend a little bit more, then go up to the 300 fragments. Get the 300 fragments, because that automatically guarantees you 100 of those. I'm sorry, 300 keys to get you 100 of those fragments, because in here you'll get 30 keys for free. So during that trying to get 300, you really only need to get about 267, because you're getting 30 from here and 3 from here. So that's kind of a little bit of a bonus to be able to do that as well. I wouldn't go any higher than the 300 though, because 700 gives you 80 keys, and you do get 120, which is only 20 more if you're going for 1200. So I'd rather do that 4 times here and be able to get your 400 fragments this way. So hope that really helps you. Until next time, Mac out.